Hi students, welcome to first year accounting class. We are going through accounting concepts. In our previous class we have learnt about 5 accounting concepts: business entity, going concern, dual aspect and money measurement. So 4 over, now the remaining 5 I am explaining. The next accounting concept after money measurement concept, the next accounting concept is cost concept. What does this cost concept states? According to cost concept, a financial accounting while recording a business transaction in the accounting books has to record the actual cost of the asset at which it is purchased. Don't record the present market value of the asset. That is the main theme of this cost concept. Say for example, let me explain this with this an example. Suppose Sri Medhavi Junior College has purchased a land in 2010 for 5 lakhs. In 2020, it is 25 lakhs. Now, suppose we are preparing the balance sheet. Balance sheet of Sri Medhavi Junior College. When you write land, what you will be recording? Do you write 25 lakhs or do you write 5 lakhs? You are preparing the balance sheet of Sri Medhavi Junior College as in 2020. You have established this college say in the year 2010. Then we have purchased some piece of land at a cost of 5 lakhs in the past. But as of now, the land value is 25 lakhs. Now here, the accountant should record 25 lakhs or 5 lakhs, which is correct. What will you prefer? This cost concept says that don't write 25 lakhs, 5 lakhs is the correct. Okay, at what rate it was purchased? 5 lakhs. Any asset, not only land, building, furniture, computer, any asset, any material, loose tools, anything. So you have to record in the balance sheet at which the actual cost it was incurred to acquire that asset. To acquire that property, whatever we have incurred in the market at that time, that only has to record in the balance sheet. Whether the present value increases or decreases, you don't bother. Suppose if this is not land, machinery. So on machinery we can provide some depreciation. But if machinery value of 5 lakhs becomes 30,000, you don't write 30,000. 5 lakhs minus depreciation you write. So whenever an asset was purchased in the past, as of now, you don't consider the present market value. Always the assets are recorded in the balance sheet at their actual cost at which it was purchased. मार्केट में खरीदने के लिए जब कितने पैसे लगाए थे आप, वही पैसे रिकॉर्ड करना. That is what called cost concept. Next, accounting period concept. Accounting period concept means while recording the business transactions, every accountant has to set a deadline. Means because we need to find out the result of the business operations. So like you people study for the entire academic year. If annual exams are not conducted, if you are not given the result, how can we assess your performance? How can you judge whether you are promoted, passed to the next class or not? Whether you are qualified or not? How do we justify? How do we judge? So every year we conduct the annual examination. Similarly, when you write down the business transactions for a year-long period, you have to set, that means the accountant has to set a deadline, a border. On that date, he has to finalize the result of the business operations. So that accounting period may be 1 year, 6 months or 3 months according to your requirement. But generally for tax purpose, for government authority purpose, we take the accounting period as first April, say 2020 to 31st March 2021 will be the financial year for which we will be recording the accounts. Next year again we will start 1st April 2021 to 31st March 2022. Like this it goes. Whatever we follow, calendar year, that is 1st January to 31st December is called as calendar year. So for your purpose, you can follow a calendar year. But for government authority, for tax purpose, you have to follow financial year. So your accounting should start as on the date of 1st April and will end on 31st March of next year. इसके previous year क्या आया था? 1st April 2019 to 31st March 2020. Like that, we will have the accounting periods. So every accountant has to set this time period. If you do not have this deadline, that as on that 31st March of particular year, accounts are to be closed. If you do not have the deadline, you cannot find out the result. What is your profit or loss? Where you have to start and where you have to end. That should be there, no? Continuously, if you go on recording, what is the use? What is the main objective of accounting? The main objective of accounting is to find out the net result of the business operations. So if you do not have the deadline, you cannot find out the net result. You go on recording the transactions for a period of 5 years, 10 years, what is the use? How come the accounting users will take the decisions? How do the owner comes to know whether he is managing the business properly or not? So you have to give the profit or loss as in a particular date. So that is what called as accounting period concept. According to this accounting period concept, every accountant has to fix a particular duration for which he is recording the business transactions. So he has to set a accounting period. Next comes accrual concept. What do you mean by accrual concept? Accrual is also called as outstanding. Accrual is also called as outstanding. Okay. It means that while recording the business transactions, irrespective of cash received or cash paid, whether cash came in or cash gone out, you have to record the transaction as and when it occurred. Okay. For example, for the month of December, the college had to pay the salaries. So due to financial problem, college did not pay. Even though college did not pay the salaries, they have to write salaries as expenditure. For the month of December, the expenditure on salaries is say some 2 lakhs rupees. They have to record in the accounts. For example, even you see students, sometimes students join the college, but they don't pay the fees. 2020 fees they may pay in 2022. They postpone for 2 years. Though you pay at a later date, as you belong to 2020 year, your fees is to be shown as income in the year 2020 only, not in the year 2021 at the time you pay. So this accrual concept says that don't give importance for the cash payment or cash receipt. You give importance for the occurrence of the transaction. If transaction took place, you write the entry. For example, today we have sold goods to a customer. Amount is not received. Still you have to write the entry. Some X account data to sales account, being goods sold on credit. You have to mention. Suppose you have purchased goods from a supplier, you have not paid the money. Still you have to write it as credit purchase, purchase account data to supplier account. So, as and when the transaction has taken place, you record. Don't give importance for cash payment or cash receipt. When cash is paid, you write the entry that cash is paid. If you have received cash, you write the entry for cash received. But when the transaction took place, that date, even though you have not received cash, you have to write the entry. That is the meaning of accrual concept. Matching concept. Matching concept means the expenditure and the income must match. The expenditure and the income must match. That means you have to consider only that expenditure which has resulted in generating some income. In your school days, you used to do a problem. Suppose a trader purchased 10 apples for rupees 100, purchased 10 apples for rupees 100, sold 8 apples for 90 rupees. Find profit or loss. What you are doing then? Because you are given the selling price of 8 apples, we used to take cost price also for 8 apples. For 10 apples, 100 rupees. For 8 apples, it is 80 rupees only. So, cost price of 8 apples is equal to 80 rupees. Selling price of 8 apples is equal to 90 rupees. So, we have made a profit of 10 rupees. That's how you were calculating. Go back to your school level. We were not comparing the selling price of 8 apples with cost price of 10 apples. It was mismatch. You see the quantity. Okay, that is what called as matching concept. Similarly, in accounting, whenever some income is generated, you take only that expenditure, that part of expenditure which was incurred to generate such income. For example, you have purchased a material of 50,000. Purchased material worth 50,000. But out of this, only half of the quantity sold for 40,000. Now tell me whether you made profit or loss. In general, if you compare 50,000 and 40,000, you say that it is loss. No, it is not loss, it is profit. How much you are selling? Only half. So, cost price also you take half. So, out of 50,000, what is the half cost price? 25,000. So, 25,000 worth goods are sold for 40,000. You are making a profit of 15,000. That is what the impact of matching concept. So, an accountant, while recording the business transactions and while ascertaining, while calculating the profit or loss, he has to consider only that expenditure which was incurred to generate the income. Okay. Next one is realization concept. What do you mean by realization concept? Realization means reality. This concept says that, realization concept says that never record a imaginary transaction. Never ever record a imaginary transaction. In future we are going to produce this many goods, this much of profit we are going to earn, whatever the total goods we have manufactured we are going to sell. No. Only after occurrence. Suppose I am the accounting lecturer, I have printed some 200 textbooks. So I have printed 200 textbooks. Immediately after printing, I should not write that 200 books are being sold. Only when these books are sold to students really, then I have to write. For example, as on today I have sold only 10 books. I have to write entry for only 10 books. I should not imagine that anyhow I have printed 200 books now. In future it will be sold, so I will get so much of profit. Like that you never make advance entries, whether for sales or for purchases or anything. Never imagine the transaction. Only after occurrence of the transaction in reality, you record into the books of accounts. That is what called as realization concept. In next topic, next class, we will discuss about accounting conventions.